Alright, getting into our next set. It is going to be Saskei versus Amicus, a TVP on Orbital Shipyard. And spawning in the bottom left in purple from Paragons of Perfection. His team has already lost this week technically, but he's playing for pride at this point. In purple or Protoss, I said purple, I need to say purple a few more times. Purple, Protoss. It is Amicus. And his opponent in the top right in teal from LiT eSports, our Terran player, it is Saskei. Pretty stoked that both team players for these teams played colors that are alliterations on their races. Teal Terran and purple Protoss. It's amazing. It's an amazing feat of ingenuity. I'm sure they both intended that. It's the only reason they chose those colors. It's the only reason anyone would ever choose those colors. I really shouldn't attempt to talk after midnight. Oh, Amicus trying to be cheeky with this probe. Start attacking it. Where the hell is it SCV? Okay, there it is. Since I have health bars hidden until something's taking damage, I couldn't see the SCV. He was just chilling inside the building. I see him now. Definitely see him now, but he totally just disappeared, and I thought he was a ghost for a couple of seconds there. Amicus going to expand here really quickly. No real surprise. The bigger question is, what's he going to actually play in the mid game? Is he going to go directly into like Blink, Disruptor? Is he going to go for Colossus play, which has apparently come back a little bit just because it is actually anti-meta to go to Colossus, because in general a Terran player isn't going to be expecting Colossus and working to defend against Colossus. But we have a Marine out really quickly here, and with this extra early, or not extra early, but with the earlier gas, that doesn't mean that this factory comes down extremely quickly here for Saskei. So something like a Widow Mine drop isn't out of the question here for our Terran player. And depending on what Amicus does actually open up, Widow Mines with no detection against them are extremely annoying. Probe does go down, so it's not going to get any more information. So well done by Saskei to generally keep Amicus a little blind, but he does know that there's only a single gas. The factory was down. There isn't a Reaper on the way, so he doesn't have to rush out anything like a super quick stalker to help fend that off. I mean, he is getting an adept out, but that's just general standard good ideas. And there we go, Robo coming up very quickly here. So Widow Mines, if this is the choice, if Widow Mines are the choice, aren't going to be extremely frightening, and Adept and Mothership Core pop at pretty much the same exact time and take that SCV out nice and quickly. So factory is done, and we do see a Widow Mine, but no starport, just another barracks. No start, well, probably because he doesn't have enough gas to put a starport down, because he didn't take his second gas. But he does have a few Marines here, and he's going to place this Widow Mine in a nice little spot just in case there was something like a really quick proxy Oracle somewhere on the map. He'd be able to deal with that. Surprise, there's a Widow Mine in my mineral line, deal with it. We do have a very quick stem actually from Saskei, so that's why he didn't go directly into starport, because he wanted to go directly into stem. Starport has come up, however. He's going to go for this Adept, but should be able to get away just fine. No problem. Adept will run on home. But Amicus did see, he does see that the stem was on the way. Not necessarily stem, but he did see the tech lab, the quick tech lab, and the tech lab was researching. So he knows something is on the way quickly, at least, so he can at least mildly prepare for this. He does have a couple extra gateways coming up. He's not like he's going for a super quick third nexus or anything like that. And just have some observers getting out on the map to help out with his vision if it were going to be some sort of drop play, which we do see medevac coming out now. And I mean, medevac, couple Widow Mines really quickly. It could be super annoying, but these Widow Mines look like they're just going to stay home and play defense against something like a really quick what's that thing called? Wow. Holy crap. Comes out of the Robo facility. It's not a dropship. That's just depressing. War Prism. Holy shit. It took me a solid 30 seconds to think of the word Warp Prism. A+ casting, folks. That's what you get when you tune into TV Ham. That's what you get. So Medevac is out, and it is available to take some units across the map, but it looks like he's actually just going to choose to walk across the map. I mean, he has Stim finished. I'd like to see Combat Shield come up to help supplement that. That would be nice for him. Are there any observers? Yeah, there is an observer back home for Amicus, so he's not just going to instantly lose a lot of units because he can't see this one Widow Mine, but there will still be a bit of annoyance. Scan does come down here for Saskei, so he does see the fact that, hey, my opponent has Robo, he's got observers out, he's got some units chilling, waiting. There is this Robo Bay coming up as well, so Disruptors or Colossus are a possibility. Either one. It could be a good choice here for our Protoss player. Nexus is under fire. The overcharge does go down. He's going to take out that pylon regardless. Stim goes down. Widowmine shot goes off, and actually it takes out the splash damage, takes out the observer, so now there's nothing to actually see. See this? I mean, there's only one Widowmine. The Mothership Core goes down as well, though. There's only a few Marines, and every Stim is rather painful. With Blink here, Amicus should be okay. There's that War Prism. What's up, War Prism? I couldn't think of him for a long time. But he's going to have to get the heck out of here. Widowmine shot just about recharged, but with Blink, if Amicus is cognizant of the fact that this does exist, which he should be, I think he saw that here. Oh, maybe he's not. Oh, okay, yeah, he knows. He knows how to deal with it. Maybe. Or he's just going to wait for another observer and then kill it. That's just fine too. And it is going to be Colossus, so we do see extended thermal lance coming out here for Amicus. So he's going to go into Colossus, which is actually going to be extra nice against any extra Widow Mines. All there don't seem to be too many. Oh, just Blink. Okay. He still took some... Did he take any shield damage? Anything past shield damage? I don't think he did, actually, so... Not too bad there for Amicus. And we do have this Warp Prism over here on Saskei's side of the map. Ready and waiting to, I assume, roll into the natural, but I assume he'll warp in some units first to pick up, drop those, and hopefully scoot on over to another location. But especially because of the fact that Saskei's actually loaded up his medevacs, and he's rushing across the map as quickly as he can to try and doom drop his opponent, which Amicus doesn't see this, of course. And he has an observer on the left side, but he doesn't have one on the right side to actually see this coming in, so it's going to be a bit of a surprise here. But just going for this third base rather than going for the main or anything like that. It looks like he wants to actually just take out the Nexus itself, I guess, but Stalker's up here on the high ground. He's going to retreat to the Widow Mines at least, but there is an observer, and of course the high ground, no vision here for Saskei to actually get on in there and do anything with that drop. So that was thwarted very nicely by Amicus, and now he's got a Colossus out as well. He's actually going into Disruptor, so he got extended thermal lance. I assume he didn't cancel that. Yeah, he's got extended thermal lance. He's going into Disruptors instead of continuing on with Colossus. I'm curious, I wonder if this was actually seen. Yeah, it was definitely seen, because we have 2 more starports coming down for Saskei. He's actually making double Liberator right now, rather than anything like double Viking you would almost kind of expect to see. But Amicus actually setting himself up to go ahead and take a 4th Nexus pretty soon. He's got a ton of minerals right now. Not a lot of gas. And speaking of fun things, there we go. A few adepts over here in the natural base, killing off some workers. Oh, Widowmine. If he just walks in that Widowmine, that'd be so sad for him. But Amicus maybe going to micro around a little bit. He's going to run away with those adepts. They do get a few worker kills, which is nice for them. 5 workers killed there by our Protoss player Amicus. So just evening up the economy a little bit, and the workers are still pretty heavily in favor of Protoss player here. Okay, now he's going back into Colossus production. He's also getting Storm at the same time, so just getting every bit of tech possible right now is Amicus. And Saskei's going to have to deal with a world of pain if he doesn't actually start mining a lot more than he is right now. He's got a ton of gas, which, if you're Protoss and you've got a lot of gas, that's cool, because you can spend that on High Templar. But if you're Terran and you have a lot of gas, you're just kind of stuck waiting for minerals. There's not a lot of really gas heavy units as a Terran player. I mean, you've got, I guess, Ghosts are pretty gas heavy, but it's not really that useful. without the minerals to back it up. War Prism is still a threat here for Amicus, but there is a turret over in the natural base here for Saskei now, and he is moving out on the map here, but no upgrades to speak of really for either player. We do have +1 armor for our Protoss player, and +1 is on the way. Actually, Saskei getting a little too aggressive with those. Oh, the Liberators all go down very, very quickly. The two Colossus here are going to just get a ton of kills. There's nothing to contest. I mean, there is a... What was that last Liberator? I don't even see where the last Liberator was at, but... one Storm goes down as well, and those Colossus just have so many kills between them. Okay. They don't have a lot of kills. They got 4 kills between them. They got a lot of damage. I swear that's a fact. That's totally a fact, I promise. Nothing like an 11-minute combat shield here coming up for Saskei. I mean, the Army's play right now is kind of frightening. It's 81 to 57 in favor of our Protoss player, and the tech is so very vastly in his favor as well. There's some Liberators out here, but just a little bit of bio, and again, 1,200 gas almost for Saskei and 200 minerals, so it's definitely going to be a problem. He's set up the Liberators, giving himself a little bit of breathing room, I guess, on defense, but doesn't look like Amicus cares. He's just going to take out one of them and blink away and then sit back with his Colossus and just keep killing stuff. There's also a few High Templar back here as well, ready with some storms. But those Colossus, one storm that goes down, the last Liberator should go down here in just a second. He's getting a few kills here, so that's nice for him, but that's a lot of Protoss army. 81 army supply to 41 here in favor of our Protoss player. The SCVs are pulled as well, and those are all going to start falling. Even a storm goes down. Not even going to storm the Bioforce. Yeah, this is really just about it. And there we go. GG from Saskei. He will tap out here, and Amicus will get at least get another win here for ParaOP. So it is going to be 4-2. We're going to get into what is going to be our last set, which is actually going to be the A set, which is going to be a best-of-3 TVP Diamond series coming up next.